Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this segment on functional structures. So, this is necessarily the most commonplace and the most, basic form of structures that you generally see in a company. It's a simple division of functions. There you may have different functions and something like this. Here you go. So you have the leadership sitting on top, and you will divide your company based on different groups of functions that you have. So it could be operations, then sales and marketing, then HR, then ICT, then accounting. So if you have like three people each, if you have 15 people including yourself, 16 people, and there are three people each in each of these functions, you divide and segregate your business into different functions. That's it. Very simple. It's very basic, and when you think about it, they group together employees that undertake similar tasks. A manager is placed in charge of each function, and a narrow band of senior management coordinates the functions and retains the authority to make most of the decisions, like the board of directors. So the decision making process is quite centralized. You will have each of the functional managers directly dealing with the board of directors or whoever is at the top. Maybe it's a single person, maybe it's two people, three people, whatever. They would communicate and they would decide things. So quite centralized. Okay, so as far as the different structures are concerned, your APM syllabus demands that you have an understanding of the kind of information that you will require to run the company in that structure, and what's good and what's bad about each of them. So definitely make sure that you go through these quite self-explanatory points. In terms of information, if you look at it, data is being passed from managers at the functional level to senior managers at the upper level. Data is aggregated and analyzed by the managers, and then feedback is given by the senior managers to the managers at the functional level. So you have a functional set of information that are specific to each function getting fed forward or fed up into the corporate hierarchy. What's good and what's bad? Okay, so in terms of the positives, there's economies of scale because you're grouping together similar tasks. Standardization of outputs and systems, again, because you've by grouping together tasks and creating functional teams, you have standardized it. Specialists are more comfortable because you are basically putting people who have similar tastes and who do similar work together, so they can communicate, they can relate to each other, they can share their work, they can learn from each other, they can help each other, etc. And of course, that approach, as long as there is a hierarchy, there is a corporate ladder. Now, how extensive and how open that corporate ladder is a different matter, but as long as there's a hierarchy, it means that you have some room, if not all the room, but some room to progress. Disadvantages: empire building and conflicts between functions, because the thing with ego. So you become a manager or assistant manager, you feel a little better, and then you become someone, a senior manager or a senior a senior manager or someone like that. Chief manager, all kinds of words are being used. Head of the team, head of the department, all of those different kinds of words are being used to expand the hierarchy nowadays. So depending on that, of course, you're going to have competition, conflicts, etc. It's quite difficult to adapt to market changes because there could be, in a long or in a big organization, this functional hierarchy could be quite lengthy. You have the executive, senior executive, assistant manager, senior manager, senior manager, head of the department, and then that might be reporting to a particular CXO, and that CXO might be reporting to the CEO, etc. So when you have that kind of chain, it's quite difficult to communicate and very difficult to respond to market changes and requirements. Cannot cope with rapid growth or diversification. This kind of function, it's good until a certain point, but after your big organization maybe offers too many services, or you have too many SBUs, or your organization is too big, then functional division or functional hierarchy or functional structure might not actually be the best form for you to manage the company. So on that note, we will be moving on to the divisional structure in the next segment. I'll see you soon. Good luck.